There's a chapter in American muscle car history that General Motors rarely highlights today, not because it lacked power or creativity, but because it represents a risky experiment that never fit the long-term story GM wanted to tell. In the early 1970s, as emissions regulations tightened, insurance premiums skyrocketed, and the golden age of muscle cars began to fade, GM found itself trapped between regulation and reputation. One car from this turbulent period stands out as both ambitious and awkward: the Chevrolet Vega-based muscle car experiment, especially the high-performance ideas that never fully reached production.
On paper, GM's concept was bold. The idea was to take a lightweight, compact platform and inject it with performance DNA to compete in a rapidly changing market. In reality, the Vega became known less for speed and more for reliability problems and aggressive cost-cutting, despite multiple attempts to transform it into a legitimate muscle contender. According to period reports and later automotive historians, GM seriously explored V8-powered Vega concepts and even produced limited performance-oriented variants. However, internal politics, budget constraints, and fears of cannibalizing sales from other GM brands prevented the project from reaching its full potential. Some prototypes reportedly delivered impressive power-to-weight ratios, suggesting the Vega could have been a disruptive muscle car for a new era, but those versions were never widely released. Instead, the Vega's legacy became tied to engine durability issues and rushed engineering decisions, making it an uncomfortable reminder of how quickly GM's muscle car dominance slipped during the 1970s. Today, collectors see the story very differently. Restored and modified Vega muscle builds now draw attention at car shows and auctions, not because they were perfect, but because they represent a fascinating what-if moment. What if GM had fully committed? What if the engineering had been refined? What if a lighter, smarter form of muscle had been embraced? Some experts argue that openly acknowledging the Vega would also mean acknowledging broader corporate missteps from that era, which may explain why GM prefers to spotlight uninterrupted success stories like the Camaro and Corvette instead. While Vega values still trail behind blue-chip muscle car classics, interest in rare factory variants and documented performance experiments has steadily grown in recent years, according to classic car market observers. For collectors, owning one isn't about bragging rights, it's about preserving an overlooked piece of history that challenges the official narrative. And sometimes, the cars manufacturers want to forget are the very ones that tell us the most about how the industry truly evolved.